here. We will try for YouTube, please. I beg of you. Alright, YouTube seems to be happy-ish, please? There we go. There we go. Alright. And then, onto the... Let's see. Onto the Discord ping. And that should work. Hopefully that should work. Hello, Shadow Okami. Welcome in. And Yukio, hello. How are you both doing today? I hope you're having a good... What day is it? It's Monday. It is Monday. That is crazy. I hope you guys are doing well. We are back to our regularly scheduled program. Regularly scheduled time zone. Barely surviving? I'm sorry to hear that, Yukio. I hope that you can find the help that you need. Alright, let's see. Hello, Eve, on the YouTube side. I'm gonna try to do my best to keep up with YouTube. I'm gonna try to do my best. Alright, I'm gonna move this over here so that it is more in my peripheral vision. Newbie, hello. Welcome in. And GT Pro, hello. Let me turn this down just a tad bit. Ay. How is everybody doing? Oh, my head's in a million places at once. You got spell books? What kind of spell books? I'm interested. What sort of spell books do you have here? Alright. I don't know who's going to stop by today, so that might be interesting. Good, just waking up? Well, words. Welcome. Hello, good morning. It's better to, be streaming when I can still see the sun. I think that's kind of nice. I do like the night streams for chill work time. I still think that's really nice for, like, art working and stuff. But I feel like it's kind of, antithetical to how you guys treat IRIAM. Newbie says, doing good? Hope your morning's going alright. Yeah, I think so. Vessa, hello. Welcome in. It's fine, do your best. Chaos begins. Oh, jeez. I'm still trying to figure out what works best here. Yukio says your head's in a million places while I'm trying to keep mine from dark places. I hope you can keep it in the light. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. I hope that you can keep it in the light. I hope that things look up and get more positive for you. Also brings mountain chickens. Hello, Kaku. Welcome on the YouTube side. Hello. Also, Kaku. If you were wondering why Vessa was suddenly mentioning mountain chickens one day, it was because of IRIAM. It was because of IRIAM. Yeah, mountain chicken. That is still a crazy thing to me. Did you see what the skeleton made in Gen Chat? What do you mean what the skeleton made in Gen Chat? I was late to, jumping onto stream, so I didn't get to look at much. Except when in the burrows, still working on the lights down there. Wait, Newbie Reaper, what did you do? Just scroll up a tad, you'll see it. What did you do, Newbie? Hang on. What did you... What is going on? What did you do? I'm in... Was this Newbie's doing? Newbie, what the heck? That's so good. What the heck? I realized I could make memes with the asset. Oh my gosh, Newbie. It's incredible. That's amazing. Newbie, you've been, like, on top of it when it comes to memes and chaos, and I don't know. I don't even know. Needed as a sticker? Oh my gosh, Eve. I don't think it would fit as a sticker. But that is actually amazing. That is very well done. What the heck? That's actually very well done. It fits so well. Vessa says, I told him how I also enjoy making funny videos and clips of friends, but I'm not allowed to share them. I've been working on other projects for so long, I needed fun stuff to do. I'm glad that the the craziness of IRIAM can be, like, your fun thing to do. Or just the craziness of stargazers, really. It's not even limited to IRIAM, really. It's just the insanity that is you guys. Just the insanity of bunnies. Like the frog one? What? Wait, what? I'm not allowed to share them like the- oh. Jeez, yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. IRIAM brings it out. I don't know why IRIAM brings it out, though. Like, I'm genuinely curious what it is about IRIAM in particular. Vine Fox, hello, hello, welcome in. How's everything going? Like, is it... Okay, it's like, is it a chicken or the egg thing, right? Is it IRIAM or is it Stargazers? It's faster paced? I guess so. Newbie says I was calm here for like a week. I still am calm. Are you sure about that? Stargazers exploding people wild. You can respond quicker for more back and forth. Well, that's true because of the zero latency. Unfortunately, the zero latency is the reason that you're not able to be on here. That's the sad part, right? Like, yeah, okay, so there's a zero latency aspect of it, but the trade-off is that your phone dies completely, and then you don't know what to do about it. So, it's like, yeah, there's a big trade-off, right? Hang on a sec. H2O, hello. I don't want to be a chicken, I want to stay a bunny. No one said you had to be a chicken, what do you mean? Adorable bee, hello. Your reactions to the gifts are funny, so people do them more too. Somebody's throwing bombs at me, Vessa. What do you expect me to do? Ah, newbie! What did I just say? Hey! Ah! I did walk in on you talking about chickens and eggs, fair. Whatever you did when I did that is what I expect. Why all the crashing? Goodness. The word of the day was bomb, great guest star. Oh my gosh. Shijo, hello, welcome in. Kaku says mine gets really hot with IRIAM. Yeah, I understand that. No worries there. It froze from what? Wait, what do you? What do you? These are way too loud. Oh my gosh. Hey, Shadow Okami, what is the meaning of this? Hey, what is the meaning of this? Ugh. You guys got it out of your system? Phone froze from getting too hot? Oh, that is not good. That is not good. I am very sorry to hear that. It matches the music. You're not wrong. I stole it from Newbie? Oh my gosh. Dual Thrones, hello, welcome in. Hang on, what? Yeah, no, IRIAM, like, burns up phones and batteries, and that is the reason you guys have the zero latency. That is the reason for the zero latency part. Blah, 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 blah. I pointed it out, we'll handle it next time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot the mod thing. I was mainly focused on the Discord at the moment, and I'm still trying to do a lot of things. Trying to handle a lot of things. Yeah, you know what? The fact that I even got this channel up and running is a miracle in itself when we're being honest here. I heard it's an Android thing too. I don't know if it's an Android thing. I think it's just the burning of any phone at all, ever. Hello, Dual Thrones. I feel like it's been forever since the last Just Talking. I had 2 night streams. I had two night streams on IRIAM that was also just chatting. And then we talked a lot about mountain chickens. Antonia Vivaldi, hello, welcome in. Why does your name sound so familiar? Are you, why does your name sound so familiar? I wish IRIAM had a way of, like, categorizing, streamers. But welcome in. Is there a way to join IRIAM on PC? There sadly is not. Which is the reason why I have the YouTube thing going, because, like, if you look at the YouTube chat, Blank, for example, Blank is not in the US, so Blank would not normally be able to watch IRIAM. So the YouTube side is specifically so that I can multi-stream what is happening on the IRIAM app. I could use a VPN. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Otherwise, there'd be no record of anything. And we would have, like, no VODs. And then the, you know, we would have no archive. So this is what I'm trying to do to make everybody happy. Trying to do the best of my abilities. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I really wish that they would expand faster, but I think they're taking, like, I think they want to do things right. So they're taking a bit of time doing it. I'm one of the very few streamers on this platform who does YouTube archiving, though. So, it does kind of separate me a little bit. It does kind of make me stand out. And I am trying to do my best to keep up with YouTube chat as much as I can. Because I want the experience to, like, sort of be the same as much as it can be. Why'd you fire me on YouTube? Have I been a bad mod? I didn't fire you! I didn't fire you! Sharing the mountain chickens. The mountain chickens are very fascinating to me, honestly. That's why I love YouTube for the archive streams, even though it's a pain. It's worth it for you guys. It's worth it. It is a bit of a pain just to, like, make YouTube behave correctly, because I'm trying to do, like, the multi-streaming and the swap streaming, and then making sure that the regular channel doesn't fall apart if I try to change. Honestly, though, in retrospect, I feel like I should have started up this channel for IRIAM a lot sooner. A lot sooner. Because if I look at the, my main channel's, VOD archives, it's just, like, 90% of it is just taken up with IRIAM, and it's just the same thumbnail. It's just the same thumbnail every time. Please, let's rename the mountain chickens. Oh no, Kaku. It is a frog. It is a frog, Shijo. They don't croak, they screech a rooster call. Oh my gosh. Call them cockadoodles. What? What? No, Vessa! Vessa, don't be mean! Don't be mean! Don't be mean on the YouTube side, please. Cockadoodle. Cockadoodle, oh my gosh. Yeah, that is a, it is indeed a forg. Cockadoodle-doo. That's just a bakadoodle waiting to happen, to be honest. Blank says, I most definitely appreciate the effort. I have a very rough week ahead of me, so this is a welcome opportunity to wind down. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad that you can sort of wind down in the streams. I think that's good. Vessa says there's no mod on the YouTube side. I can do whatever I want. No, Vessa, please. This is not, like, this... The other YouTube channel is not your vacation. You don't just get to destroy it. Goodness. Goodness. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for being good. Thank you for the heart, Vessa. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out what the delay is. That's not too bad. Okay. It's like... 3-second delay? 2-second delay? It's not bad. It's really not bad. Lawless Wasteland? No, Blank. No. No delay on your end? That's good. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's actually no delay and it's just what I see on the YouTube live tab, because I think that, for me, the live tab updates slower. That could also be it. So yeah, I mean, despite IRIAM having the zero latency thing, there really isn't much of one. If there's no delay, then that's pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. No delay here? Well, you guys wouldn't be able to tell unless you were on the IRIAM end, but I think it's like a second or two at most, honestly. YouTube's like 2 seconds behind, not bad at all. Yeah, it's really not that bad. Like, you're... the reactions are pretty much going to be unanimous. There's no delay in bossing say. Newbie. Goodness. Goodness. Ugh. You know, it's funny because, it... I don't know what I'm saying. It's funny because, I was in, a friend's stream the other day, and I was, and there was somebody who was being, like, rowdy and obnoxious, and they were like they saw me in the stream and they don't know who I am. They were just like, oh, another person to troll or whatever. And they were like, I'm gonna go to war with you, Starlight. I'm gonna fight you, Starlight. I'm gonna beat you up, Starlight, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I've got an army of hundreds of bunnies. Are you sure you want to do that? And they're like, I can take on a bunch of stupid bunnies. I'm like, uh-huh, sure you can. It was funny. It was funny. And then they were like, I'm gonna send bombs. And I'm like, oh, I haven't heard that one before. They're like, I'm gonna send a tactical nuke. And I'm like, they already did. It was funny. It was funny. Sergey, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Hello, hello. War it is. They had no idea. They have no idea. And that's kind of what made it funny. Because everything they were saying, I was like, just sort of, you know, fighting back at them. And I'm just like, the funniest thing is, like, everything I'm writing here is true. There was one point where they're like, I'm gonna steal your fridge. And I'm like, have fun with that. The rabbits try to eat it. Daily. No, I don't mean the food inside the fridge. I mean the actual fridge. It was funny. It was funny. Bakadoodle submitted? What do you mean, Eve? Hello, Armatox. Welcome in, welcome in. Jumpy boy is here. That sounds like me. Hundreds of violent bunnies. Stargazers have conditioned you for the fight. Oh my gosh, Eve. You have no power here. It was fun. Vessa says we keep bombing you to build up your explosive resistance stat. Is that a thing? Vinebox says bomb is this true Stargazer's calling. Gosh. Nom nom the fridge. We kind of, you know, those are expensive to replace. Those are genuinely expensive to replace, so like... You guys need to stop eating the furniture. Another meme added? What do you mean another meme added? What? You said it was Bakadoodle waiting to happen? What have you done, Eve? My gosh, what did you do? Oh boy. Beethoven, hello! I'm a huge fan! How are you doing? I love your work! So I should not have eaten the TV? I mean, that's on you. That's on you. Now you can't watch your anime, so, you know. Don't know what to tell you about that one. Vessa says just use illusion magic to make the food think it's in a fridge, then it will stay cold. Are we insinuating that the food can think? Newbie has too much power, indeed. Check VGen. Oh my gosh, Eve, I can't believe. You're crazy! You're crazy. What? I mean, I'm very grateful, but you're also crazy. Newbie says if you eat a static TV, when you burp, does it sound like TV static? Some food has thought? What do you mean some food has thoughts? Check the meme channel? What do you mean check the meme channel? I'm not crazy, you're crazy, you gave me this power? I didn't give you any power. The 9th is goated, Beethoven was cooking. Honestly, corn can taste you bad. What? You're thinking of a pineapple, right? You're thinking of a pineapple. I'm pretty sure you're thinking of a pineapple. I've never heard it with corn, but I've heard it with a pineapple. I hope you're thinking of a pineapple. Yeah, pineapples are basically alien. Wait, yeah, so... Newbie, I'm very confused. Are there multiple foods in this category of horror? And if so, like... Does Kaku need to know about it? Kaku says, I'm used to my food thinking. What does your food think about, Kaku? Kind Walrus, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I see that you're new here, so hello. My name is Starlight, I'm a prismatic kitsune. I have a crazy community and we're currently discussing if pineapple can eat you. No, if corn can eat you. If corn can taste you? If pineapple can... I don't know what it is. Food is weird. Blank says you'd have to be pretty crazy to live in one. Fair enough. Kaku says her food thinks about why are you eating me. Fair, honestly. Vessa says, listen, he has trouble telling yellow foods apart. Newbie, you're literally correct. You're literally correct. Wait. Blank says this. Wait, what? Armatalk says, isn't that a movie? Corn eating people? I think you're thinking of tomatoes. Make that a commission type. It's a bakadoodle, but just Kaku. Just Kaku Doodle? Kaku food thinks about Kaku Doodle. It's commission type, but just Kaku. Just Monica, but just Kaku, but Bakadoodle form. That'll be funny. This is like, okay, this is funny, but it kind of went in like a stupid direction, because I was thinking about like, you know, the Cinder situation with the, I was thinking about the Cinder situation with the whole, like, oh, I want, like, exclusive artist, and I'm picturing Kaku just being like, I need you to make a service just called Kaku Doodle. I know that Kaku wouldn't do that, but it's a funny thought. Kaku died from chandelier. True. Yeah, the Elden Ring Bakadoodles, those are fun. Those are a lot of fun. You stalked my VChat? Blank says Yankee Doodle. Revolutionary. No! Blank, no! We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But yeah, honestly, the Elden Ring Bakadoodles were a lot of fun. Those were genuinely a good time. I had, So for those of you who don't know, I basically, 3 streamers named Vessa, Kaku, and Taka were all streaming their experience playing Elden Ring, and then I was commissioned to, take a few of the streams and, like, summarize the best part of them into an image. So I have some where they're, like, fighting Godric, or, fighting, I forget the one that you can't pronounce, the skeleton with the boat, and then, what was the other one? Which ones are- I did- oh, the Bad Forg. There was one where it had, like, a bunch of monsters running around, and Kaku's like, there's a Forg! And Vessa's like, no, that's a bad Forg, don't get near it. And then I think the last one that I did was, was the Chandelier the last one? Fighting, I don't remember their name, the one with the moon hat? And then Vessa and Taka were the only ones left because Kaku died from a falling chandelier. Renala? Okay, Renala. And then Vessa and Taka are doing, like, cool shonen, you know, sword slash across both ends. Like, you know that scene where you have, like, a tag team duo and they're both, like, doing the final strike. I love that kind of thing. I love that kind of thing. I really love shonen poses. Those are a lot of fun for me to do. It's like, shonen action pose, person looking really cool. Kaku says, Tobia, Marinara, I think I called it the skeleton man in the boat, yeah. Vessa says, Kaku started the Revolutionary War after the Boston snack party, where they dumped all the snacks into the not Kaku's shopping cart. What? Goodness. The cringe pose? It's not a cringe pose, it's amazing! It's one of my favorite things to do, is to make, like, awesome shonen sword striking poses. Are you kidding me? That's, like, the best thing. Hello, Zero! Welcome in, welcome in. Coming in a bit late as I was focused on work and lost track of time. All good, no worries. I hope work has been going well. But no, what do you guys think about those poses? Do you guys think that those are lame? Do you guys think that they're cringy? Because I think they're fun. I think they're super fun to have, like, cool sword slash action pose. So I have Vessa and Taka doing, like, you know, cool dual tag team action. Vessa says, like, Chrono and Frog doing the X slash and Chrono Trigger. There you go. I paid you to draw it, so I think it's cool, obviously. I think it's just a really awesome trope. I love the tag team trope. Need to post an image so people can see the image. I have no way of doing that. I have no way of doing that. You'll have to check my VGen to see what I'm talking about. Honestly, like 90% of what I say on IRIAM no one can see. The limitation gets a little frustrating. Arielette, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. What a fancy name. I like that name. What channel should I put it in? Oh, wait, are you posting the Bakadoodle? I guess images and media? Did I post it myself? I don't think did I ever post any of the Bakadoodles in the Discord? You can just throw it in images and media for now. I think that's fine. Blank says, what is the greatest action pose of all time, and why is it the Akira slide? I mean, that's fair, that's fair. I saw this compilation once of, like, 40 different anime characters doing the Akira slide. Arielette, thank you so much, I really appreciate that. Thank you, and thank you so much for following. I hope you're having a good day so far. Also, if you don't know who I am, my name is Starlight, I'm a prismatic kitsune, and it's lovely to meet you. Wait, what did you... Eve says I was talking about the three of them with the glowy eyes. Wait, when you were saying the cringe pose? I don't... That was more like a Super Sentai thing, I think, right? I think that was fun. Prismatic Kitsune, that's so cool. Thank you, I appreciate that. Guess you all have to join the Discord, what a shame. Yeah, sorry, I have no way of showing visuals, so you'll have to join the Discord if you want to see the visuals. I literally don't have... Wait, is the description carried over? No, I don't think it is. Maybe it is? Maybe it is, actually. I think there actually is Discord in the video description, but not the channel description. The channel description... The channel description, I have a temporary joke. Newbie says, it's also cartoons and TV. It's more of a show meme than the Willem Scream. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean the... What is also in cartoons and TV? Which one? What is more of a show meme? Did I miss something? Oh, the Akira slide. Yeah, I saw a video where it was parodying a lot of it, and I like the ones where it fails. I think that's funny. Sierra says you finally got to multi-stream right for your VOD channel. We got lucky. We got lucky. Knock on wood. I don't know if it's gonna work every single time. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stream correctly to the main channel, but I am trying. I'm hoping it works. I'm, like, hoping that I figured it out cleanly. It's not the cleanest thing ever, honestly. I did my best. Armatalk says, Raphael even did the Akira slide once in one of the animations. That's cool. That's really cool. But yeah, if you are on the YouTube side, I do have the Discord link. I'm sure everyone on the YouTube side is already in the Discord, but hey, that's fine. And if you're on the IRIAM side and you're not in the Discord, then if you go to my, well, it's going to link to my main channel, but if you go to the main channel and then the About section, there should be a link to the Discord if you'd like to join us. It is a safer work, art-focused Discord. Slightly taken over by Arknights at the moment. but an art-focused Discord. And also just sort of like for myself as a VTuber, so that you guys can know next time I'm going live. Vessa says Akira slide no, Akari slide yes. Get on it, Star. What do you mean? What would that even mean? Sierra says that's what Monarch says all the time. What do you mean that's what Monarch says all the time? What does Monarch say all the time? Art Night, yes, exactly. If it works, it works. I'm hoping it stays working. That's the thing. I'm hoping it stays working. Draw you doing the Akira slide, but then I have to draw a motorcycle. I don't want to draw a motorcycle. Motorcycles are hard to draw. I don't want to draw a motorcycle. I don't think any command works, Vessa. This is the most bare bones channel at the moment. I'm sorry. It's in the description, though. It's in the video description. I don't even know if I can, actually. Because I think Stream Elements only wants me to have, like, one YouTube channel and one Twitch channel each. So I don't even know if commands work on here, actually. The motorcycle is a unicorn in your version? Oh my gosh. Okay, oh boy. RQ, hello. You did well on drawing the gun in the master study. Do the same for motorcycle. A motorcycle's like 20 times more complex though. Lovers forever. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. You're here again? I don't remember. Okay, you've been in previous streams, but like, if you guys are changing your name, then I don't have a way of knowing. I try to learn everybody's names, but I think a lot of you guys name swap a lot, very often. You just joined the last one? Okay, that's fair, that's fair. Maybe not you necessarily, but I think there are a lot of people who do name swap, and it gets a little confusing. Wait, blah, blah, blah. Blank says StreamerBot also has commands. The thing is, StreamerBot's currently being taken up by my main channels, by the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. Because I use StreamerBot for chat, and I use Stream Elements for the commands, so I don't know if I can attach a second YouTube channel. I'll have to see if that's a thing. I'm still trying to figure it out. I'll never change my name. I'm a lover forever. Fair, fair. I see what you did there. That was clever. That was clever. I see what you did there. StreamerBot allows you to add several channels. Okay, that's good to know. I haven't messed with it too much yet, so I guess I'll start messing with it. I have to make commands, for, like, the spoiler stuff, so I have to remember to do that. And then I have to make commands for, I guess, Discord on here. And actually even a proper channel description. Stop changing your name tag, Starcasters. Vesta says 2% research, 98% jumping in, let's go. You know that's not normally me. A lot of things have just happened very fast and it kind of forces my hand. True, love everything about you, your Abby just had to say. Thank you, lovers forever. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Actually, yeah, I do think I recognize your name now. I do think I recognize your name now. It took me a bit. It took me a bit. Because you were in the last nighttime stream, right? This is my normal stream time. I'm not normally streaming at night. I tried it. It was an experiment. I think that it works for people who have audiences in different time zones. Of which I do not. So I think that we're probably gonna stick, for the most part, to the daytime stuff. Or at least daytime for most people, and not, like, you know, 4 in the morning. Blank says, speaking of StreamerBot, once I'm finally through the finals, I might finally make the tutorial on how to make the custom multi-chat overlay. Blank, I really, really, really appreciate it. Nutty, I don't know if you know the person Nutty. Nutty just released, a multi-stream, tool that I started using. I'm sorry, he kind of beat you to it. If you can make a better one? Lovers Forever, thank you for the heart, I appreciate it. If you can make a better one to compete with his, then you can get people to use that. But in terms of, like, a basic one, he just released it, like, a few weeks ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I hope that will, like, save you... I'm sorry. There might still be people who want to use that one, though. Interesting, I'll have to check a look. Yeah, if you... I think his site is probably, like, nutty.gg, if I had to guess. And he does a lot of, OBS tips and tricks stuff with StreamerBot, and if you check his channel, it's, like, all StreamerBot, really. What did you think about the night ones? I think I get tired easily, and then I don't have as much control of what I'm saying, which is not the greatest idea ever. And I think a lot of people just can't, attend the later ones, which kind of makes me a little sad. So, in terms of, like, chill working, though, I think it's still good if you just want to do quiet art streams. I think it's still good if you just want to do, like, chill, quiet art streams. In terms of the chaos that is IRIAM, I feel like it doesn't work as well for me, but it works really well for others. Let me see here. Eve says, I've been fighting with multi-chat for days. YouTube chat was being difficult. Ugh, I'm sorry. She means Eve? Wait, did I say something off? Your stream schedule is at 1 a.m. here, but I'm quite, enjoying listening while fixing bugs in my codes. Well, hey, I appreciate you, like, just, you know, hanging out and sticking around and, you know, we can keep each other company while you're getting work done. I can't have the time zones that fit every single person all the time, but I am trying my best based on what I know. So I think that nighttime doesn't really work for most people. It's multiple people. It's multiple people. Don't worry, Eve. Although I know how much you do like the IRIAM stream, so I did want to try to find good solutions for that too. Hello, Charming Falcon. Welcome in, welcome in. Sleepy Star stream is the equivalent of drunk stream for other VTubers. Yeah, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. We don't want to do that. It's not a smart idea. Arielette, I was biostalking you in a safe way, I swear. I found your Etsy. I already follow your shop. I love your work. Thank you so much, Arielette. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh. I haven't made new assets in such a long time because I keep getting thrown off with things. But I really appreciate that. I do have a lot of fun making assets. I'm curious if I can ask, which are the assets that you've seen that you like that I've made? I know most of them are holiday ones, so I'm kind of curious. I did complain a bit. Sorry about that. No, you're totally good, Eve. Honestly, the feedback is really helpful. It's really helpful, because it kind of, like, shows me what is the best thing to prioritize in a way. It doesn't mean that I can address every single thing that people say, but, you know, I'm experimenting, I'm seeing what works, I'm sort of, you know, getting a feel for the room a little bit. But Vesa is also right, that if I stream later at night, it's not the smartest. Vesa says feedback is good as long as you're kind about expressing it. Exactly, right? Kindness goes a long way. You know, when there's people who are like, oh, you know, this is so frustrating, this is like, I wish you wouldn't do this, I wish you wouldn't do that, blah blah blah, it's like, okay, that's a little much. But if you're just like, oh, you know, I wish I could attend this thing, then it's like, alright, you know, we'll try to come up with a solution. Kind and constructive, exactly. You get too eepy. I'm not even tired, I'm just like, I don't even know what it is. Because I'm normally up that late anyway. I think it's the difference between, like, chill stream is just like, we're working, we're vibing, calm music is playing, everything is good. And then, when it's IRIAM, it's like, be alert, answer people's questions, chit-chat, say hi, blah blah blah, and then the energy just, like, goes down to nothing, you know? Blank says, though even unconstructive feedback can have value if you know how to- Newbie! Newbie, what was that? Newbie! Hey, what? What? Why? Why? Somebody said alert and it startled me. Who said alert? Who said? Charming Falcon, why? What? He got spooked by my... But I didn't even say that until after he threw it, I think. Monkey see, monkey do. Oh my gosh. Okay. Kaku says, get exploded. The weird thing about chit-chatting on IRIAM is I literally don't know what I said 5 seconds ago. Isn't that interesting? I literally don't know what I said 5 seconds ago. I think the explosions kind of, like, make me lose a few crystals. Nori, hello, welcome in, how are you doing today? This says, the sound you made when you were talking about your energy going down, it was funny. Okay, fair enough. Charming Falcon says, do the bombs memory wipe? Not intentionally! Zero says, you will also forget everything else 5 seconds ago from now. Charming Falcon! Hey! Newbie Reaper! Oh my gosh! You guys are tag teaming! You guys are tag teaming! You guys are tag teaming. Ah. Someone set off a bomb and it startled me. Look, there's a bomb emote now. I'm in a great mood. Yes, yes, they are. Oh my, okay. I feel like it was probably one of the dumbest decisions I've made, but my gosh, are you guys happy about it? I don't know what Newbie has done, but Newbie has unlocked and unleashed the talents and the horrors. Do you remember what you said you forgot? Do you remember you said you forgot 5 seconds ago? What was I talking about? Dumbest decisions, you take that back? Newbie says, Newbie says, I have done 7 memes since you started stream. What do you mean you've done 7 memes? Arielette says, I first saw your penguin plushies, and that's what got me on your shop in the first place. I love the Pokemon and Mario packs. So cute. Thank you, I'm really glad to hear that. You know, it's funny with the penguin plushies. They're really, really evergreen, but they're like the only evergreen item that I've had for a seasonal thing, which is really funny to me. Like, I'll get sales on the penguin plushies at all times of the year in like July, and someone has like penguin asset, and I'm like, why do you want this now? But I realized I didn't do anything to make it wintry, so it's just like penguin. I think that's really funny. It's just penguin. You plan to get the Pocky asset one day? I munch on them a lot. Heck yeah, that's funny. Ugh. Vinevox says I'm gonna need a lot of cleaning supplies again. Oh. Alright, Star, pick 1, 2, or 3. I feel like I'm already in a tight position here. I keep getting jarred up by the character limit. No worries, Arielette. No worries. I'm gonna go with 1. I don't know why I am, I just am. Okay, fair enough. Goodness. I like 1. Oh. Blah. Zero said something about me forgetting everything I was gonna say. I think it came true. Goodness. Eve says that's why I use the forget sticks. It's not as bad you didn't add mine to the server. I think I just experienced the forget sticks. Hero and hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, goodness. Draws penguin. It's penguin. Surprise Pikachu. It's like, it's a penguin, but like, everything else has been very seasonal. And then the penguin, everyone's just like, I like it, I like the penguin. It's a good penguin. The bomb is literally the rain beam device from MLB. From you mean MIB, right? Kaku says you keep forgetting because they're throwing bombs at you and bonking you, pretty much. I didn't forget that, at least. Blank says, just look at the basics of the Nutty overlay. It's basically an add-on that increases the customization options of the native streamer bot overlay. Oh, interesting, interesting. I don't really know how it works, but that's kind of interesting, I think. Blank. You know what I think would separate yours? If you wanted to do it? If you think that Nutty's already done a decent enough job, that's fine. But if you ever wanted to, like, do one-up Nutty, the one thing that they are missing is, changing the text color. I have not figured out how to change the text color. Not that I need to necessarily, because my white and blue actually work really well together, but I was kind of surprised that you could change the background color and not the text. Major League Baseball neutralizing the pitcher mid-game, apparently. Arielette says, gotta head out for today. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Arielette. I hope you have a good rest of your day as well. And by the way, if you guys are new here, if you ever want to consider joining the Discord, Safer Work Discord, art-focused Safer Work Discord. If you go to my main YouTube channel, linked onto IRIAM, and if you go to the About Me description, there should be There should be a Discord link if you're ever interested. I wish that I could do Discord commands, Vessa. I wish it was a thing. Blank says it also means you can add further customization via custom CSS in much the same way. Oh, okay. The only thing I know how to do in CSS is changing the font color, so that would actually, or text color. So that actually makes sense. That would actually be useful. Vessa says, ironically, we have more on YouTube than in the app today. Really? That's wild. That's crazy. Well, okay, I know, like, Eve is not able to use, IRIAM right now. Blank can't use IRIAM. Vessa's in both places at once. We have a few art nights, I think. Well, you know what? It's a good experiment. It's a good experiment. Yeah, I'm sorry, RQ. It's not open outside of the US right now. I think that they want to expand it at some point, but I honestly don't, I don't know when they're gonna get around to that. I know Canada is next, and it's probably gonna take them a while to add Canada, so I don't know how fast it's going to be expanded, but that's why I do the YouTube thing, because otherwise we wouldn't have a VOD, we wouldn't have an archive, and I wouldn't be able to talk to you as well. So I'm happy to also be able to, I'm happy to also be on the YouTube side. A lot of the other people here are not doing YouTube archiving, and I think it's important. Charming Falcon says, I had to front load my gifts. Can't stay for long. I'll be super short on time for the next few weeks, but I'll still support. Alright, Charming Falcon, no worries at all. We're happy just to see you saying hi. Always remember that. We're happy just to, like, if you just pop in and Newbie Reaper, I'm trying to say something here. Charming Falcon left and I got nervous. Oh my gosh. Alright then. I was trying to say that. Oh goodness. Anyway. Blank says, exactly, you just need to know how the box that contains the text you want to recolor is called. Yeah, that's about the only thing that I've been able to do with CSS. I think it's funny that you say that you got nervous, Newbie, considering that you guys, like, getting together is literally dangerous, both on here and in your actual designs. Vessa says, now the art night's good to see you get beat up outside of games too. Yeah, for anybody who's never been on IRIAM before, who doesn't really understand, like, what it is I'm doing, it's basically a just chatting app. And then you can send gifts, and the gifts are always in the form of punishment. They're actually not all in the form of punishment. Stargazers just prefer the ones in the form of punishment. But Vessa gave a heart, so thank you very much. That is very kind of you. And with that, sayonara. Charming Falcon, I appreciate you greatly. All the best, with the next few weeks. And thank you for the heart, Charming Falcon. And thank you, Newbie and Dual Thrones. I appreciate you guys. You're trying to prove that it's not all just bombs, aren't you? Yes. That's fair, that's fair. Oh my gosh. Hang on a sec. What were you saying, Eve? Septipus? For changing cost stuff, huh? Blank says my plan wasn't to make my own plugin or whatever, just to show people how they can use CSS to further customize the existing one. Ah, I see. Phoebe says I can be a respectable citizen sometimes. You can, you definitely can. I think, unfortunately, you've learned the freedom that is memes, which is a little bit frightening. Dual Throne says I try to be the least violent stargazer in the room. Yeah, you and Vine Fox are just sort of, like, watching from the corner. Vessa says, notice everyone will spend 300 points on attack, but the most positive ones only drop 25 to 100. I don't know why that is. I didn't design it. Ah, CSS, I see. It's wild. It's very wild. It's a strange system for sure. I did not come up with the system, but I feel like regardless of IRIAM, the Stargazers have just sort of adopted the mentality. Like, regardless of IRIAM, regardless of IRIAM, like, channeling things, I feel like the Stargazers just naturally have taken on the chaotic nature. Vessa says, I can speak from personal experience. Star gets scared when people learn their meme power. Well, Vessa has a scary amount of meme power, and okay, Vessa and Newbie are, like, kind of strange in the sense of, like, their meme power is like, this will be a funny thing because I'm bored. And then it explodes and turns into way much more than either of them bargained for, and then they kind of, like, grant their own wishes and create a bit of havoc. And I feel like Newbie is just, like, catching up to Vessa at a rapid pace. Newbie's my apprentice now. Oh no, Vessa. Vessa has an apprentice. Vessa has an apprentice. I have my magic apprentices, and Vessa has his chaos apprentices. That can't end horribly. Gosh. Blank says, rest assured, all of my havoc is fully planned and premeditated. That sounds even more terrifying, Blank. Why is your havoc fully planned and premeditated? That gives me anxieties. Why is that the case? Dual Throne says, all according to Kaku. This phrase is such a different energy now that Kaku exists as a fully incarnated person. What do you mean? Kaku's always existed. Kaku's existed for, like, thousands of years. Kaku's existed before humanity. Kaku came first. No bunny, Civil War. What do you mean? Memes are fun. Vessa has taken on the apprentice of Newbie. Which is kind of funny, considering Newbie's name. Considering Newbie's name as Newbie Reaper, Vessa taking on Newbie as an apprentice is kind of hilarious in a way. Eve says it's not chaos if it's not impulsive. That's why I'm nervous. And Blank's not saying anything, he's just laughing. He says that his havoc is fully planned and premeditated. I don't really know how to feel about that. The rule of two in play? What does that mean? CEO says, I'm going fishing next Saturday. I feel anxious because I have to wake up super early to make it in time. Set, like, 20 alarms. Just set 20 alarms. Eventually one of them will work. I even lost my eyeglasses on a fishing trip once. Get one of those, like... Can't you get, like, a cord to hold onto them? Like, specifically for people who do, water events and things, like skiing, surfing, and water skiing and stuff. Don't they all have, like, you have a cord? Okay. Kaku's so old, she knows it was the chicken or the egg first. What came first, the Kaku or the fox? What do you mean? Like, because I'm, like, Star Spirit and she's Star Eater? I don't know. I really don't know, to be honest. Vessa says rule of two is for the Sith in Star Wars, a master and an apprentice, and eventually the apprentice takes over the master's role, usually but not always through killing the- oh. Vessa says, so in other words, I gotta be careful of Newbie. I see. I see. Okay. In any given moment, there can only be two Sith. I see. Oh dear. You can carefully plan to create chaos. It doesn't make the chaos less chaotic if it's caused by great deliberation. It's like the final exam? That's horrible. That's terrifying. Either they become the new master or die trying. Oh my gosh, okay. I clearly don't know enough about Star Wars. Newbie says, what? I'm not dangerous, I'm just the Grim Reaper. Hey, say hi to Callie for me while you're at it. Dual Throne says, somehow I knew that the sea hero had eyeglasses. It's like the entire Clark Kent and Superman thing. There you go. Vessa says, let's just go by Old Republic rules, say there are thousands of Sith now. Wait, that sounds even worse. I don't know if that's better or worse. Better that Vessa probably lives, but worse that there's thousands of Sith. That doesn't sound good either. Newbie says Death himself is totally safe. I don't know anything about the Star Wars universe aside from... Well, okay, I don't know if that's, like, in the main trilogy or in side story stuff. Vessa says it's better for me, and that's all I care about. Okay, you can take on the rest of the thousands yourself that... Well, you do have 1,000 other... Every Vessa versus every other Sith. How would that look? Ron, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day today. It is nice to see you. Hello, hello. Sierra says, well, you will know the Star Wars universe once we teach you. What do you mean once you teach me? What does that mean? I'll just stick with the Clone Boys. Blank says, Rule of Two was instituted because in the Old Republic days, Sith constantly fell to infighting. I see. Vessa says I'd win. Dual Throne says, my favorite death is the one devised by Neil Gaiman, although the Terry Pratchett death is also awesome. Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett both seem good. Newbie says, there used to be thousands, they kept fighting and backstabbing and betraying, so they said, let's keep this to 2. It's just... I don't even know how you get to that point. Easily winnable, just lock in. Eve says, it looks like there's a lot of Vessa calling for Stargazer's backup. There's like thousands of Vessa and thousands of Sith, so I don't know how that's gonna go. Sierra says, by the way, what have you been cooking with a certain Spring Art Commission? So, okay, I was streaming the Spring Art Commission at the moment, but plans sort of like flip-flopped around. And, at the moment, I just finished all of the line art for it, so now we are moving on to color. I'm gonna probably clean up the color flats. Actually, okay, I'm debating. I could do flat colors and do it like, like... Okay, after doing the Arknights pieces, I actually don't think I'm going to separate it by color. I think I'm going to do each section as, like, its own fully painted thing. Because I just have a feeling that that might work better for this piece if I want the whole thing to have more of that painterly gacha style. Shadow Kami says, I have to go, battery almost dead. I still need to decide if I will learn from Star or Vessa. What do you mean if you're going to learn from Star or Vessa? What are you learning? Dual Throne says there shall only be 2. One to have the power, one to crave it. This is getting very complex. Eve says a lot of Vessa wishing and a lot of burgers. Fair. This is getting very complex. I don't know anything about Star Wars, so I don't really know if Vessa is, like, in a good spot or not. I really don't know. But yeah, in terms of the spring art piece, I just finished all the line art. So the line art, fun facts, the line art is 8 characters. 8 separate characters. 3 are animals, but still. So I've got Vessa in the piece, I've got Marin Kitagawa and Gojo from My Dress Up Darling, I've got Sea Hero himself, the commissioner, I've got Mume in owl form from Hololive, I've got Daya, Silverveil's pet, I've got Shion from Hololive, and I've got Hamtaro and Bijou. And all the line art is finally done, and now I'm working on doing all the color and painting. So that'll be a lot of fun, because that's the part I enjoy. I enjoy the color and painting. Vessa says, if you want to learn art, you pick Star. If you want to learn chaos, pick me. If you want to learn cuteness, either will do. Eve says, that's what happens. I'm not near him and they're running wild. Look, we can't control thousands of Vessas no matter what happens, so it wouldn't really matter either way. I killed her with cringe. But yeah, that is where the art section is going. This makes me glad I stated rule of 2 earlier. What have I done? Okay. So this is basically what happens is somebody says a thing, and then it creates absolute chaos, and then everyone goes wild, and then I never know what's going on, and then everyone relishes in the fact that I never know what's going on. And that seems to be, like, the basic playbook of the Stargazer community. Eve says, I mean, I want to learn chaos. Want to learn chaos, I'm probably the better choice. I don't know, I feel like you guys could be, like, tag team teaching. Vessa says, Vessas are perfectly fine as long as you don't upset them. Don't take away a Vessa's burger. That would be the worst mistake you could make. Don't take away a Vessa's burger and you'll live. But yeah, that is kind of like... that's kind of how this all goes down most of the time. A lot of confusion on my end. A lot of confusion. It's kind of funny, right? Because, like, IRIAM streams, I don't know what's going on. Everything's on fire. Chaos is rampant. Everyone wants extreme amounts of chaos. And I never know what's going on. And then Arknights is like, chaos is rampant. Everything is chaos. I don't know what's going on. But I have to actually turn my brain on. Newbie says, sometimes when I crave burgers now I get suspicious. You think there's like a little Vessa on your shoulder? This is normal, get used to it? What do you mean it's normal? Wo says, I'm just random chaos then? Random comment, then watch the madness ensue with popcorn. Pretty much, honestly. Vessa says, taking away a Vessa's burger would be like looking at the Wikipedia page of an ancient Chinese war. Emperor Quan Chi took Vessa burger, 7 million dead. What the heck? What the heck, Vessa? Mindbox says, this is why I stay in the back and watch. Sierra says it would be abnormal if there's no chaos here. I love how there's chaos no matter where you guys go. It doesn't matter if it's IRIAM, it doesn't matter if it's YouTube, it doesn't matter if it's Discord. You guys still sow chaos no matter what you do. The Vessels refuse to pay the French fry tax. What's the French fry tax? Newbie says, I told Vessa, but not you. That night stream where I was spamming bombs hard, it's because I was trying to see the bomb to draw it, and I realized I could just screenshot it. There is no way! There is no way! The day I become smart, it's over for all of you? What does that mean, Newbie? I can't understand. I'm picturing Newbie with a sketchbook just trying to, like, throw a bomb, rapidly grab a pencil. Throw a bomb, rapidly grab a pencil. Also, yes, thank you, Zero. If anybody is new here and doesn't know who I am, my name is Starlight. I'm a prismatic kitsune. I'm normally an artist. I've been experimenting around with things. I have a safe for work, art-focused Discord, and at this point, I don't really know if I can say it's art-focused. But it's a lot of chaos, it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of silliness, and you get to know when I go live. So if you're interested in that, my main channel is in the, IRIAM bio words. I've got YouTube, Twitch, and if you go to the YouTube channel, there should be a description, an About Me section for the Safer Work Discord. Lexia, hello! Welcome in! We've got another, wait, is that, we got a wolf? We got a wolf! Hello! Welcome in. Eva's 100% right. That's the funniest part about all this. All this happened because you said one wrong word months ago. You're not wrong. Oh, a lynx! Okay. Cool. I saw the wolf, so I was like a little bit, I wasn't quite sure, but a lynx is cool. I was given free rein. Class says for some funny Star Wars chaos, I'd recommend Mitch Mannix on YouTube. He's got a series of films in the Old Republic with his character Galactic Chad, and yes, it can be as nuts as it sounds. That actually sounds kind of insane. I have a friend who might be interested in looking at that at some point. That is wild. Hello, hello. Oh, goodness. Lexia and Vi autocorrect. Yeah, that's where I was confused. I was like, wait, who's Alexis? Lexi, I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, no, it's true, though. Because, okay, I don't even remember how it happened. I think I was trying to say, like... I don't even remember how it happened, honestly. Something, roaming around or having to roam free or whatever. And then it was interpreted as, like, Rome, like Greece and Rome. And then it became the Roman conquest, and then I don't know what happened after that. Blank says, I'm looking at HTML code of Nutty's overlay right now, a bit questionably coded in places, but looks very workable with added CSS. I don't know how any of that works in terms of what he has, and then, like, adding CSS, but that's kind of cool that you can break it down, because I don't know how any of this works. The Roman Bunny Empire, good times. Eve happened. You said Rome and Eve happened. That is very true. I said Rome and then Eve happened. And then Newbie happened. And then I don't know what happened after that, honestly. And then it just sort of became, well, at one point, your whole mission was, like, being cute and trying to figure out, like, your mission in life and your happiness and your creativity and your passions. And then it just becomes, world conquest. And I don't know how. Because at first it was just, like, figuring out your creativity. And now it's... Now I don't know what it is. Newbie says I was fine for the first few weeks after I stepped out of Lurk. I am glad that you stepped out of Lurk, Newbie. We appreciate you very much here. Creativity is chaos. That is true. And I think Blank drew the picture of the Stargazer Legion. Yes, that is also true. At some point, we're gonna have to have a actual Stargazer-focused area. I don't know where. Blank says, I can tell you what you need to put in this custom CSS section to change the color of different text later. Yeah, I'd be curious. I think I could probably figure it out now that I realize it's a CSS thing, but either way, I'm kind of curious what you think about the whole thing. Luckily, the default is white, so it works for my purpose, but I really want to make a new overlay at some point. Like, that's silly to say, because I just made this overlay. Like, this thing with the galaxy and the slight prismatic effect. I know I just made this overlay, but I've already changed it so much. Stop adding tasks! I can't help it, Vessa. I literally can't help it. I'm not saying it's something that I would do immediately, I'm just saying that as I figure things out, I learn what could help improve things. I think that's fair to say. Lexia says chaos just opens the door for freedom to create. Lexia, you're going to encourage them, be careful. Eve says it's been a really good year for you, though, so far. It's not even half over. It is kind of crazy. It really is kind of crazy. Because all of this has been very unpredictable, and I still don't know where 90% of it is going. Like, if I'm being honest, every day-to-day is very confusing for me. It's interesting, and I'm interested to see where it all goes. But it's all very confusing. Between the chaos of the Stargazers, between Arknights, between, like, I don't know what the future holds, but it has been a good thing. It's been, like, such a difference. For those of you guys who don't know, I took, like, a year-long hiatus last year, just not knowing what I was doing and pretty much only ever doing art. And then I got really tired of the art thing, and I also got carpal tunnel from doing too much of the art, and I kind of felt like I'm just going to be known as just only the person who produces the art, and not, like, myself as a content creator. Took a year-long hiatus, went from PNG to Live 2D, and embrace not just doing art, but also doing, like, games and just chatting, and then joining IRIAM, and then the whole thing with the Arknights community was a total fluke, because I was just doing master studies, and the whole thing has just been absolutely wild and crazy, and very unpredictable, but yeah, I am a lot happier than I was in the past, for sure. It should be bright and not boring. It's definitely not boring. It's definitely not boring. Thank you for the heart, newbie. Thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's a trick? What? Zero says, girls, content creator slash VTuber, we all don't know where this is all going. Just enjoy the journey, don't question it. That's true, yeah. Vessa says, in all fairness, you made and rigged the model during hiatus too, so it's not like you did nothing. That is true, I was not doing nothing. I was not doing nothing. I was reinventing myself. Reinventing myself in a way that took a very long time, and probably a lot longer than most people would bother with, but it definitely felt very necessary. I'm happy you found your path. No, newbie, I have no idea what this path is. But thank you for the heart, I appreciate it. That's the phase I'm in now? Just sort of in that, like, about to... What do you mean phase that you're in now? Hang on a sec, I'm curious what you mean. Class says, all the talk of chaos makes me think of which Legion in Warhammer 40k we'd be in. Oh dear, I don't know anything about Warhammer, to be honest. Vessa says, better to spend 9 months planning and liking the result than 3 months and wanting another change. That was exactly the mindset I had, right? Was, I am taking a very, very, very long time doing this. But if I do it correctly now, if I don't try to rush into it, then I won't feel the necessity to make so many changes later. And poor Vessa got the brunt of a lot of it. But, yeah, I knew that I didn't want to rush this, because I also knew that I wouldn't have time to change or redo anything after. So, I kind of went into it with, like, you know, all hands on deck, make it as intense as I can, and then go forth afterward. And there were still a lot of things that I wanted to do that I did not get to do in time. But it's kind of a blessing, I guess, because now I can just sort of take the rest at my own pace. Jilthrun says, yeah, wild, crazy, unpredictable. Would be interesting to see how many more things can fit into the box before something falls out, and what would fall out. Huh? What do you mean by that? Wild, crazy, unpredictable. Be interesting to see how much more things can fit into the box before something falls out, and what would fall out. I don't know. I'm not really sure what you mean. Sierra says, true, nothing is when you just listen to what the magic conch sale said. What? And sit down, and even then, it's not pure nothing. What? Eve says the Stargazer Chaos box? I'm a little bit confused, but I'll take it as it is, I suppose. Newbie says the thing you said about reinventing. That's sort of the stage you're in now. I think it's a good point to not rush into things and make sure that you really, really enjoy what you're doing. I think that's like the main important thing is to not rush into your reinvention, because you don't want to, you know, like people were saying, you don't want to rush into it and then want to change it like a month to 3 months later. You want to sort of be very, very comfortable with it, and that can take time to sort of think about it and let it settle and things. That's kind of one thing, when I'm doing character design for people, I really pride myself on that, is trying to really be like, are you sure you want this? Are you sure this is the direction that you want? Are you sure you want to be able to handle it like this, right? And I think that that's very important, because you don't want to rush people into a design. That's kind of like, if you order pre-made designs on Etsy and stuff, that would be like, you know, okay, it's kind of Skeb-like, you know, say the thing you want, say the thing that you're interested in, and then, okay, here's your delivery, and then you're not always happy with it, and you feel like you're kind of rushing into things. And I've seen so many people rebrand and change things around because they felt rushed into stuff. So I feel like not rushing into stuff is the best thing that you can do. So in terms of reinvention and journey, I wish you all the best with it. If you ever want to talk about it, feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to chit-chat about it. Because I know how important that kind of thing is. Especially when we're on the visual side of things, right? Pieces of the model have meaning. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, the choices you make, everything is very, very carefully considered. And I think that careful consideration of that is really, really important. You're lost too? No, that's understandable. I think that I think that the most important thing is to just like really look inward and make sure that you are expressing yourself in the best way possible that is true to you. You know, not chasing trends, not trying to find what's popular, not trying to look like another Iron Mouse. Really, really honing in on what is very, very personal. Eve says when you get 2.0 new outfits, it's adding things that you've experienced with meaning. Exactly, exactly. Dualthorn says, I mean that the box presently is art, IRIAM, Master Studies, commissions, gacha game with fan community, and on top of the gaming stuff. There's a lot of items in the box. That's true, but isn't that the same for, like, every content creator? I think every content creator is, like, multi-passionate and constantly doing different things. One person can only be so many things simultaneously. That's true, that's true. RQ says, my whole reason for custom art is that I can't find anything like that in Google, so I need an artist to make it. And see, like... I really appreciate doing custom art. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is... everything that I'm doing is basically full-time as much as I can. I'm not saying that it's, like, the most successful thing in the world. In fact, it's, like, content creation, it's kind of known for not being super successful. You're not doing it because you want to make a ton of money. You're doing it because you're very passionate about what you're doing. And the main thing is just, like, you know, freelance survival, really. But... it's like you're wearing all those hats because you have to wear all those hats. If you're doing all of these things to try to make it, you have to face a lot of different directions with things. Lexia says, I'm still discovering my voice. My ultimate goal for when I start is to give people their own voice to be happy, comfortable, and confident in who they are. I really like that. I really like that. Zero says, Starlight's the best artist I work with. All started with my fanfic idea for the first summer piece. I love bringing your ideas to life, Zero. They're always a lot of fun. Did we put those dozen bombs down? What are you talking about? You have 12 IRIAM bomb memes? What? It's not like you're working 40 hours and then doing all this. This is your 40 or 60 or 80. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. If I'm not interacting on Discord, I'm working on a commission. If I'm not doing a commission, then I'm streaming. If I'm not streaming, then I'm sketching something for another commission or making connections. It's a lot of jumping around with things, but it's been a lot of fun. I just have to figure out where it all goes. Categorize it nicely. Sierra says, majority of my ideas are involved with Vessa and Thorn getting into weird situations. Yeah, but they're funny. They're funny. They're funny and amusing, and they do tell really good stories. It's doing what you enjoy. Yeah, exactly. Even if it comes with some, like, sacrifices in other ways, then I think it's important to just try to, like, figure out what the best path for you is. And, you know, we're always still figuring that out, right? All of us are. Every single one of us, no matter what we do. When you're freelance, you're constantly reevaluating. Like, every single week, I think I bother Vessa with, like, I don't know what I'm doing! So, yeah. MG9 says, my perfect plan for getting art is simple. Step 1, have artist friends. Step 2, play with them, have an iconic moment. Step 3, wait, hold on. What do you mean you just did this? Can I use it? You basically just described, my interactions with Vessa and Kaku. Week? Week? You mean daily? Dilthorn says, that's what I mean by wondering how many more things can be in the box before something falls out. It's a contemplation of I wonder what the Starlight will do next. I don't know. I'm just, you know, it's like Zero said, right? I'm just on the journey at the moment. RQ says, my old artist got successful enough, she's too busy to sell custom work. She's now doing art as an entrepreneur, selling her own designs. That's really awesome, and I'm super happy for your artist, honestly. It doesn't bother, though. We love you. Thank you, Vessa. I appreciate it. I know that sometimes I get a little too bothersome, so, like, you know, just smack me if I go too far. Lexia says, life is full of choices. Some lead to chaos, others lead to clarity. What's important is embracing the journey. Absolutely, absolutely. Tell them more. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. No smack, I'll just bite. Great. Zero says, On the Journey happened to be a name for the theme song in Star Rail. Ooh, interesting, interesting. That's cool. But yeah, I think that the nicest thing with custom art, just going back with what Arcu said, right, is like you can't find it, and I can't do it, right, because it's way too personal, it's way too close to you. And I feel like that is the most comfortable place for me, in terms of the art world, is genuinely pushing the things that other people, that the AI can't do, that you can't just find on Google, where it's very much not just the work itself is unique, but your interaction with your client is unique. Because, you know, there's like lots of things with Fiverr and everything. You can always say like, hey, draw this and that, and it may or may not come out how you want. But the individual connection and the individual communication when it comes to doing custom work with people, that's what I really value. What? Tell them more, what? Hex? Like a spell? Hex spell? How's the Starlight and fellow Stargazers? I thought you were trying to use a hex. We are doing alright. We are doing alright. Hello, Delmore. Typo Fairy got him. Dualthorn says, in before Starlight ends up parked in the middle of a covered bridge in a zigzag, wondering how she got there and why there's an Aurora Borealis visible at midday. What do you mean by that? What would that result from? Parked in the middle of a covered bridge in a zigzag, wondering how she got there and why there's an Aurora Borealis visible at midday. I am so confused. Is that the hex? Drowsy Wolf makes typos. You're all good. You're all good. Sierra says, like I said before, AI can imitate the art, but it never knows why behind the art, aka the story behind. Absolutely. 100%, right? It's funny. I always see these AI bros, and they're always talking about, like, I can draw better than this artist. Look at how much better I made their drawing. And it's like, good job, Einstein. You literally had to grab their existing drawing and feed it into the AI for the AI to throw a filter over it. Like, good job. You don't understand your own technology. Eve says it's someone's wish? Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my main thing, right? So for those of you who don't know, like, my direction, I guess, is the best way. My VTuber direction, lore, tagline. I am a prismatic kitsune, and I'm also a wish crafter. So wish crafting, for me, is essentially granting the wish of the person who desires to see something special for them. So the wishes that I grant is the art that I make. Let's see here. Come on. There we go. Aurora Borealis at this time of day, at this time of year, right directly in the stream. I mean, technically, all times, all hours of the day that you want, right? All on my capelet. Being on a journey, having no idea where it's going. True, true. But yeah, it is somebody's wish, and if I can grant that wish, that makes me happy. Right now, I'm in the middle of granting a few wishes. I'm granting the wish of a Sakura season of happiness and chaos. I'm granting the wish of somebody who wants to bring light and happiness and wholesome vibes to their community in the form of cute little forest creatures. And I'm granting the wish of somebody who wants to show themselves in the hero's journey with a lot of power to tell their story and introduce everybody to their greater mission in life. I'm happy to grant those wishes. Very nice lore being a wish crafter. Thank you. I mean, it really is like a direct part of what I do. At this point, when would the commission be completed? I'm sort of jumping around because there are some things where I ended up having like too many hours in one area and too little hours in another. So now that I've done the line art on yours, I'm probably going to take a little bit of a step back to work on line art for somebody else that is still in the rough sketch phase. And theirs won't take nearly as long because they only have one character as opposed to 6. But I'm hoping that since yours is now in the painting stage, I'm probably going to take a week or so off to get further on the other ones, and then go back. So I'm hoping 2 weeks, maybe? Maybe less? Maybe less than 2 weeks? I'm really trying to jump back and forth as much as I can. So I am continuing to work on it. But I also want to make sure the other people aren't getting mad. So it is moving along. Now that it's out of the line art phase, that is a lot better. So in terms of, like, when I can get to the work, maybe, a little bit later. But in terms of the actual workload, I would say there's just 1 more week. Yeah, I'm doing my best to balance things anyway. Otaku Guy, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well today. I hope you're having a good day so far. I keep the rainbow weirdo fox busy. I think it's funny that people have said, I've been called so many things. I've been called the weirdo. I've been called the joke. I've been called the, what is it? Someone called me the straight man at one point. Like the straight man in comedy. Zwa says, what if I wish to see the end of this meaning- Ah! Shadow Okami! Why? You are back! Explosive entrance indeed! Welcome back! Welcome back, Shadow Okami. Zero says you were called the IRIAM Queen of Scuff by me, and now you're also the weirdo, like Mari's freaking cat. Why am I Callie's cat? That doesn't make any sense. I don't have a knife. I can't be Callie's cat because I don't have a knife. There must always be Bomb Starlight. Oh my gosh, Delamore. Prismatic, charismatic Kitsune? Eh? My gosh, MJ. Swa, I will not be able to grant that. That is not that is completely out of my wheelhouse, unfortunately. I mean, not- okay, words! Not unfortunately, but like, I cannot grant that. I cannot grant that. You know what I mean! You know what I mean. Otaku Guy, thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. This is the way? What do you mean this is the way? Why is everyone saying that? This is the way. What did I just miss? I feel like I just missed something. I'm so confused. There must always be bombs. Goodness. Goodness. I always have to worry about the volume of the music. It was Telemore that suggested me to come catch you on stream when I could. Well, I really appreciate that, Telemore. Thank you for bringing Lexio over here. This is the way? What? You said you worked on the Mando? That's his phrase? Oh, I see. I see. I worked on, what was it? I worked on, Muddy Outfit Mando. I don't know if that's out. It probably is. That was a long time ago. I worked on his outfit where he's caked in mud, and I had to come up with a solution on how we were going to achieve that effect. What? Wait, what? More time to watch The Great Kitsune, I guess. Thank you, Zwa. Are you ready? What do you mean, are you ready? I'm so confused. What do you mean? Newbie Reaper, what is good? Why are you guys tag teaming? What is the meaning of the- You're literally tag teaming! What is the meaning of this? What on earth? I didn't know what I was supposed to be ready for and I got nervous. You just tag teamed a bomb and a bat! What is wrong with you? Ugh. I am going to not be able to think straight at all. Is that what you guys want? What am I gonna do? Ugh. Have some ibuprofen. Thank you, newbie. Thank you for the boba, I appreciate that. Vine Fox says dual tech, bomb and bonk. Let me put that in the notes. Today's Senate meeting is fun. Sierra, when did you start calling it a Senate meeting? When did this start becoming a Senate meeting? I don't understand. You guys are crazy, you know that? Like, you guys are actually just crazy. It doesn't matter where. It doesn't matter if it's on here, it doesn't matter if it's on YouTube, it doesn't matter if it's on Discord. You guys are just crazy, in general. Sierra, I think there's been enough Order 66. Also, why- Sierra! He says, fine, I'll do it myself. Oh my gosh, congrats on the star, Zero. Congrats on the star. Fujinon, hello, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Well, class says I'm Scottish, I'm always crazy. The Stargazers need to stab Caesar? What do you mean, Blank? What do you mean the Stargazers need to stab Caesar? Fujinon, hello! Welcome in. My name is Starlight, I'm a prismatic kitsune. My community's a little bit crazy. I hope you'll enjoy the fun. Hello. Good to meet ya. Sierra says the Stargazer's influence is like the symbiote from Spider-Man. Now I am chaos. I'm putting my clone boys through that order. When in Rome? Oh my gosh. No, I can't say the word Rome, Blank. I can't. Clearly that's not a good idea. Does anyone want to tell them Eve beat him to it? Sparta? Oh my gosh. No, you guys. We've been through this. We cannot go back. We cannot go back. Oh goodness. No, sea arrow! No! Stab Caesar, i.e. do as the Romans do. Oh my gosh. 15 me- Newbie. How are you even- How is that even working? I can't- How do you even come up with an idea for 15 me- How does that even work? But star the cool helmets? Newbie says I have the asset, I have the memes. How are you making this out of one asset? What are you making out of one asset? Bomb and bonk. Rise start- No! Zero! Wolclass says Spartans, what is your profession? Just fun for later? What do you mean fun for later? What does that mean? I'm confused. I don't know what you mean here. I'm very confused. Oh, I mean, okay, I feel like I'm always confused. Just fun for later is the memes. I have not looked at the Discord, and now I'm scared to. I feel like I should not be looking at the Discord. If any of you guys want to look at the Discord, if you've not yet joined the Discord, we have a Safer Work Discord. It is, if you go to my YouTube channel, on my IRIAM profile, in the About Me section, there's a link to the Discord. It is a Safe Work Discord where apparently 15 memes have just been created. I have not seen any of the- Tell him more! Why? Tell him more, why? What is the meaning of this? Gosh. Newbie says I spammed the memes. I'm terrified to see what you've done. This is the way. What? Wait, who is saying this? Okay, I understand that you said that that's Mando's phrase, but like, is this Mando? Is this Stargate? Whose way is this? Where is this coming from? How did everything turn into a Star Wars reference today? We make bomb memes, this is the way? Who is we? The Stargazer way? All the Mando. I feel like okay, I know it's May, but this feels very heavily Star Wars themed. Is it because of May? Maybe it's because it's May. I don't know. You make bomb memes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I feel like this is completely separate from IRIAM at this point. I feel like this does not matter if it's on IRIAM or not. It means whatever they believe is what it is, and it just goes that way? Huh? It's a phrase in the culture of Mandalorian. It means whatever they believe is what it is, and it just goes that way. Isn't that just also just a standard thing? A standard phrase? A standard thing that people say? A standard English thing? If we can say this is the May. Isn't that just kind of a... No, I think the regular one is it is what it is. Starlight going, but by Stargazer's chaos, this is the way. I'm pretty sure that is also just a thing that people can say in general for general things without it being Mandalorian focused. From what I understand. I wonder if the Mando that I worked on is out. It has to be at this point. Can you eat my necklace for a snack? No! Why would you ask that? May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th, Return of the 6th. I think we're past that by like a week though. Kitsune bombs. It is out? Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. Yeah, if it's the mud-caked Mando, that's the one I worked on. They are the Star Wars memes, indeed, yes. Are you guys catching- is that why you're making all the Star Wars references? Are we basically catching up? Boop Star's forehead, you get a surprise? That's not true! Don't tell people booping my forehead gives them stuff. I don't have anything for them. Shadow Okami, it doesn't do anything. If you want to tap stars, there's stars in the right-hand corner. Tapping my forehead doesn't do anything. Lexia, you just joined the Discord. Welcome in, welcome in. I apologize if it's a little bit absolutely chaotic, but we're happy to have you. If you're confused as to how to start chatting, if you go to just the rules area, it's basically just to prevent bots. And then you'll be able to find the role to access everything else. Booping snoots is more fun. I used to have a form with a snoot. I mean, okay, it's not gone entirely. I still can, but it's not my main form at this point. It got too comfortable being in this form. Sierra says, yeah, can't wait to get the spring art. Expected to get it before June, and I start using it as background on the monitors first. I can definitely get it before June. In fact, I'll make sure that I have it as, like, a due date. Well, okay, it's not like a strict due date, but that would be my goal. That would be my goal, is before June. We bombed her so hard one day, she reverted for, like, 10 seconds. Scroll up in rules, it's at top instead of bottom. Yeah, the reason is because, I originally had it at the bottom, and then I realized that because the rules got larger, I needed more space, and then I had to add a second text line, and then there was no good way to do it. And then I was like, I could just have the roll again, but then it gets rid of, like, all of the numbers that have been there forever. So I didn't know what to do. But hey, if it's at the- okay. If it's at the top, it forces people to scroll, so they have to read it in some form. They have to be reading it in some form. If it was just at the bottom, everyone would be like, okay, boop, not gonna read. So this at least makes people read. Starlight getting bombed and reverted in 10 seconds reminds me of JoJo stands. I see you welcoming someone into a Lucinari with a bunch of stargazers at your feet reaching up to you. The new person says they must like you. You know they're after the candy necklace. It's not candy. It's not candy. It's not candy, guys. It's crystals. It's not candy. You can't eat it. They're shiny rocks. Come on, we go through this every time. You guys don't eat shiny rocks, though. It's not candy! You guys already have shiny rocks on your foreheads. It doesn't work. Would you turn your necklace into an edible asset? What do you mean by that? Turn my necklace into an edible asset? It's not candy! You guys already have shiny rocks on your own foreheads. It's not candy. A VTuber asset? Do you guys want me to, like, make a... Do you guys want me to make, like, a candy crystals? It's not candy. Low class, they're not candy. These guys are just really confused. If I made it into a VTuber asset? A necklace VTuber asset? Or like a... We'll bite it immediately. It's not... You guys want my necklace as an asset? It doesn't... It wouldn't work. Do you want some sort of, like, themed food inspired by my necklace? Would that make it so that you wouldn't keep eating it? Make a random candy necklace, wear it one stream, gaslight us about you ever doing that? Oh my gosh. Oh. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, we still have, like, a bunch of, food to make for the cafe. I could have some sort of thing that would be a substitute so you guys would stop trying to eat this. Candy necklace / bracelet asset could be cute. That's fair. We need more donuts. Zero, you and your donuts, I swear. Did you notice that in the line art I made a donut with, like, Sakura-shaped frosting on it? I thought you would find that amusing. Thought you would like that. Blank says, bold of you to assume we haven't tried eating each other's gems. Can you not? Can you guys not do that? Don't nom the necklace. Need burger asset? I have burger asset. Okay, funny enough, I actually do legitimately have burger asset. And I tried to pitch it to Wendy's because at the time, McDonald's had, like, VTuber hash brown assets. And I was like, hey, Wendy's, do you want to compete? You want to compete in the VTubing community with your main competitor? Here you go. And I made an entire set of assets that are, like, for Wendy's. And then they never replied to me, and I'm like, Wendy's, McDonald's is gonna beat you with all of their understanding of anime. I can help you. Let me help you, Wendy's. So I do actually have a burger asset. It should be on Ko-fi. Mindbug says, let's see donuts, hamburgers, rock candy necklace, what else? Rock burger? That sounds like something that Gorons would eat. Newbie says, ordering delivery burger. Here's burger on stream. Glares at Vessa. Removes from card. I don't even think this one is Vessa. MJ9 says, you don't get it, Wendy's. It's a vital for you to compete in the VTuber space with a burger asset. No, because, like, McDonald's was doing that campaign when they were like, what was it? The WickDonald's thing with the upside down W, and they're like, we're gonna take advantage of everyone who's tried to do, like, the Walmart parody in our anime, and we're gonna take advantage of it and have, like, our anime version. And I'm like, Wendy's, you're known for having the craziest social media. Please compete with this. I will help you. All I ask is for credit. Here you go. Please use it. And they just... Their loss, I guess. Their loss. We're breathing things into reality again. Sierra says star collabing with Wendy's sounds like the most chaotic collab. Honestly, it makes the most sense for you. What does that mean? It makes the most sense for me. Dualthrone says, red-haired twindale with a professional chef grandfather? I guess so. What? Sierra says the Senate approves. Starlight Blue comes to mind. What do you mean by this? Wait, what? I lost what you guys were saying. I lost what you guys were saying entirely. What do you mean, what do you mean Starlight Blue comes to mind? I'm not sure what you mean. But... Vessa breathing that color to life? What? Oh, Vessa's control of reality. Right, yes, Vessa's control of reality. How could I forget? Vessa controlling reality. That's still terrifying to me. Vessa, we had a stream where we were reading off Pantone colors, like, just because they're funny, right? They sound silly. Pantone colors are silly. And then Vessa was like, they didn't make any sense, right? There was some that was like, there was a color that was called, like, Deep Space Internet or something, right? They were goofy. And then Vessa's like, I'm gonna pick a blue color, and I'm gonna call it Starlight Blue, but it's gonna be green, ha ha ha, that'll be funny. And then we looked it up, and lo and behold, there is a Pantone color called Starlight Blue, and it could absolutely be read as green. Deep Space Internet, I don't know why. It's like a navy. The iconic gal is redhead with 2 ponytails. For the longest time, Wendy's was associated with an older gentleman named Dave. Interesting. I'm confused where this comes from, though? The collab? Are you saying that I would, like, collab with anime girl Wendy's? Is that where you're going with this? Starlight Kari and Starlight Blue color would be Star's evil twin. I don't think my evil twin would just be a slightly desaturated green. But yeah, I didn't make any assets of, like, redhead with ponytail, but I did make assets of burger, shake, fries, I think nuggets. So yes, I do technically have burger asset. And it's generic burger, so anyone can use it, regardless of the Wendy's connection. You're just talking about knowing anime and offering to help Wendy's? So Wendy's has made a VTubing self, but I don't think it was ever used outside of Japan for, like, one Hololive collab, or something like that. It's not nearly as big as McDonald's is doing. All I heard was nuggies. I like anime trope of twin tail, but redhead. I mean, I've already got the twin tail person. I got mad they never replied back. I honestly, you know, for someone who's kind of known for having, like, the world's greatest social media, I am too. Like, you've got the world's best social media, and yet you can't reply to somebody giving you something to literally help your social media department. I remember seeing the border on Ko-fi. We'll look at late. Huh? Not Mouse. Hello. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Wait. I don't remember seeing the border on Ko-fi. I don't know what you mean by the border. Yesterday was Aurora's birthday. I did see that because, my gosh, 12-hour stream. I could never. I don't understand 12-hour stream. I think that's insane. Doing well, how are you? I'm doing well. I hope you are too. I'm kind of dealing with a little bit of insanity, but, you know, what else is new? You just take a ton of prep time? Prep time? What? I'm confused there too. I am getting very confused. I am not understanding things anymore. I did a 24-hour stream once. I know people do. I just don't understand how they do. I can't survive streams that long. I'm like, I usually hit like 2 hours maximum. Like, you're physically ready, mentally ready? Huh? Eh? Wait, for what? I missed something here. What did I miss? Ready for what? I don't know what I missed. Also, no! Do not kick other stargazers, please. About the 12-hour stream. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying now. Sorry, I missed the connection there. Yeah, you just take a ton of prep time. I guess so. I suppose that's how it would work, but I still couldn't imagine it. I can barely survive as it is, and I know that kind of puts me in a weird category, because everyone's like, oh, your streams are so short, and it's like, yeah, they are. They haven't been recently, but they normally are a lot shorter. Playing something you love really helps. That's true, that's true. I think that I can't do longer streams when it's just chatting, or artwork, because I generally get into I get into, like, a stuck place, you know? If I'm just chatting too much, generally I've just burnt out. And if I'm drawing, I sometimes get into a part of the drawing where I'm like, I'm going to need to focus really quietly, and I can't get myself to do it on stream, because I yap on stream too much, right? I'm very yappy on stream. So when I don't yap on stream, this is what I was saying about the nighttime work, right? Incidentally, I end up yapping there too. But I sometimes need, like, complete silent working, and then I'm just like, I can't keep doing the art because, I'm getting to a point where I have to pay too much attention. And I'm kind of nervous, because I know that I'm gonna reach that part in Arknights at some point too, where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm gonna have to pay more attention. So I'm not really sure how that streaming side is gonna go either. Killer Queen bite the dust? What? But yeah, in terms of, like, just general streaming, I definitely feel like I've, improved in stamina. That happens all the time, does it? Oh dear, I don't know how to handle that kind of thing. Bite the dust. Blank. Zero says second hour is almost up. Remember to hit follow, subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, Zero. Yeah, I think we're about to wrap things up here. Lycris, I'm so sorry that you just joined in. I hope you're doing well, though. Heyo, heyo. I hope you were having a good day. I think I'm about to wrap up here, because, yeah, it has been about 2 hours, and that's usually, like, as much as I can handle, honestly, with just chatting. But it's been amazing chit-chatting with you guys. I'm glad you had fun today. And yeah, like Zero said, if you haven't yet joined the Discord, it's a safe for work Discord, but you get notified next time I'm going live somewhere. If you go to the YouTube after stream, if you go to my profile and you go to the YouTube area, and then you go to the About section, there should be a link to the Discord. We would be happy to have you. Make sure that you check out the rules section. Grab the role that is used to prevent bots. It is a pleasure meeting you all, absolutely. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond. And I will see you guys tomorrow, where we are going to start a master study. And that should be very fun. Thank you very much, Stargazers. I hope to meet some of you in the Discord, and all the best.